Namo Ratnatraya, dear Dhamma friends and the followers. Today also I came with you to present on behalf of Vajrayana Federation the program Vajrayana Views and Vajrayana Talk. Today I am going to talk about Buddha's appearance in this world. We know that there are 7 human Buddhas who appear in this miserable world. The last Buddha, till whose views is still very useful for us, he was Sakyamuni Buddha. So, I want to tell you what is the cause of Buddha's appearance, what he wants to do in this problematic world, what is the function of Buddha's appearance in this miserable world. To answer this, we know that first of all, Buddha's appearance is utmost useful and utmost important for our peace and prosperity in this world. While we say like this, I think you understand what I am going to tell you about the Buddha's appearance. It is seldom that a Buddha appears in the world. When a Buddha does appear, he attains enlightenment, introduces the Dhamma, solves the net of suspicion, removes the lure of desire at its root, blocks the fountain of evil, and completely unhindered, he walks at will over the world. It means to conquer the world by his wiseness. There is nothing greater than to reverse the Buddha. Buddha appears in the world of suffering because he cannot desert suffering people. His only purpose is to spread the Dhamma, to bless all people with its trueness, its truth. It is very difficult to introduce the Dhamma into a world filled with injustice and false standards. A world that is mainly struggle with insatiable desires and discomforts. Buddha faces these difficulties while he is applying his Dharma. He is telling his Dharma to make aware the people because of his great love and compassionate. He ever been success. Buddha is a good friend to all in this world. If Buddha finds a man suffering from the heavy burden of worldly passions, he feels compassion and shares the burden with him. If he meets a man suffering from the delusion, he will clear away the delusion by the pure light of his wisdom. In this way, Buddha is our good friend. Buddha guides our better life too. Like a calf which joys its life with its mother, those who have heard the Buddha's teachings are afterward unwilling to leave him because his teachings bring them happiness. Because of Buddha's teachings, we feel very happy because we get rid of from the sufferings. People call one phase of the moon a full moon. They call another phase a crescent root of moon. But in reality, the moon is always perfectly round. Neither waxing nor waning. Buddha is preciously like the moon, always cheerful, always is our good friend. He takes care for us. In the eyes of men, Buddha may seem to change in appearance, but in truth, Buddha does not change. The moon appears everywhere, over a crowded city, a sleepy village, a mountain, a river. It's seen the depth of a pond, in a jug of water, in a drop of dew hanging on a leaf. If a man walks hundreds of miles, the moon goes with him. It it guides us that our future life is always bright. But we should understand how we can make our life bright, our life success. In this way, the fact that Buddha appears and disappears can be explained by causality, namely when the cause and condition are proportionate, but appears when cause and conditions are not proportionate. Buddha seems to disappear from the world. In the last discourses of Sakyamuni Buddha, he had given the sharp view that if everybody, if somebody, if you follows Buddha's Dharma and you practice it to others by teaching too, then he will ever be with you. Even he was aparted from this miserable world with the Nibbana. But if you have not followed the Buddha's path, if you do not understand the Buddha's teachings, you understand, but you have not practiced, then Buddha is never with you. Even with you, but he is not with you. So whenever we thought about Buddha's like this present and presentation of his thought, this is the main things that the Buddha appears and his appearance in the miserable words. When we say Buddha's appearance, first of all, we must think that I am a teacher of my own. I'm not dependent to others. Then only you can conquer the sufferings. For this, you should identify the Chatu Arya Satya, the root cause of suffering. If you find the root cause of suffering and not to accord that root cause of suffering, then you never have to face any kind of sufferings from your environment to you. Just like the lotus flower blossom in the dirty and muddy water, but little bit above the muddy water, the lotus flower is very clear. It gives the clear idea, clear view to us. In this way, we should understand the Buddha's teachings. Then only the appearance of Buddha in this miserable world is very useful to us. In this way, when we say it has been explained that Buddha is not a physical body, but it is the enlightenment. When we achieve the knowledge of Samyak Sambuddha, then you will call Buddha. Having a Samyak Sambuddha Gyan, the person is called Buddha. The knowledgeable person with enlightenment, he will be in this world. His birth is last birth. Then after he goes to Nirvana or Arat. A body may be thought of as a receptacle then. If this receptacle is filled with enlightenment, it may be called the Buddha. In other sense, we can say like this. Therefore, if anyone is attached to the physical body of Buddha and laments his appearance and or disappearance, he will be unable to see the true Buddha. If able to see, he will see the Buddha. If he unable to see or his disappearance of Samyak Sambodhi Jnana, he will be unable to see the true Buddha. So, in the reality, the true nature of all things transcends the discrimination of appearance and disappearance, of coming and going, of good and evil. All things are substanceless, perfectly homogeneous. Such discrimination are caused by an erroneous judgment by those who see the phenomena. The true form of Buddha neither appears nor disappears. It means if you understand the knowledge, if you have got the knowledge of Buddhahood, if you practice the Buddha's knowledge, if you teach it to the others and give them the experiment and the practicals for the relief from sufferings, then you will also gain the enlightenment part. So, appearance of Buddha, we should grasp the knowledge of Samyak Sambodhi Jnana. Whenever we get sufficient knowledge and we use it to others too, then it is usefulness of Buddha's appearance in this world. If you do not use it in your life to avoid evils or to teach others, you don't follow, then you are not associated with Buddha's appearance. Though Buddha was there. So, my friends, being a teacher, to be a teacher is very easy, but to apply the teachings of teacher, be a student, is very difficult. In Nepali we say, Guru Banna Sajilo cha, easy to be a guru, teacher. Shishya Banna Garo cha, and difficult tasks for the students to obey the teachings, to have the knowledge. So, Nepal, the birthplace of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, we should get the opportunity by learning the birthplace of Buddha and Bodhisattvas, because the environment is very good for to learn the Buddha nature, to be a Buddhahood, to get a starting track to follow the enlightenment of Buddha's path. So, Dhamma friends, this much for today. Just I am talking and giving clips about the Buddha, Buddhism, Vajrayana views and Vajrayana talks. That's why Vajrayana views and Vajrayana talk given the name of this program. In this program, I want to raise the lights and dominate the evils. This much for today. If you like it, please mark like. If you think it is good for others too, please share it to others. And don't forget to subscribe me in YouTube, Rajendra Man Bajracharya. Thank you very much. Bhavatu Sarvamangalam.